All right, good morning, everybody. It's February 4th. So here we are getting ready to trade TWOU 47.23. Where was that? 46.65 maybe? 50, 60 cents. Let's see. So around 166 shares. Because this has just had losers, we are going to call it super premium and go with 300 shares. Okay, so we got about 15 seconds. We're risking around 54 cents, 55 cents. We upped our shares to 370, so basically $200 risk reward. And we doubled it up because we just had a loser in this the last time. And it doesn't usually have two in a row, so super premium trade. So we're going to go ahead and buy. All right, let's see how this goes. A little bit late. I was hoping to get in right there. Yeah, we got in a bit late. All right, so our stop, only downside is I am going to risk more on the stop. I'm going to make a new low for now, 46. Actually, no, I won't. All right, 46.72 on the stop. So 370. Speed bumping it. So I'll move this to 740 shares. This way, once it trips, it'll automatically, once it sells, it'll automatically buy. Okay, so there we go. So we just got stopped out and it automatically reversed our position. So now we're in short, moving our stop to just above high of day here. Yeah, right in there. 47.46. So we're going to move our position to the right size now. 370. Could be some consolidation going on here if this doesn't just continue breaking down. All right, so it looks like we're getting ready to come into the first target. We did get a little bit of a late fill here, about 10 cents off. So we'll see how this goes. Okay, so APPS is switching on us, 79.45, 76.68. We just had a loser in APPS as well, so we're going to go a little bigger. 79.21, 76.50. So 270 roughly is a risk on this one. It's pretty big. Okay, we got 10 seconds. Just running up to high day. That's going to be a little bit of resistance. We'll see what we get, and we're in. All right, so APPS is racing to the target, which is nice. So 200 shares, just making sure 200. So I'll be ready to move my stop. So right now we're still at a risk reward of $100, but this is a super premium trade, so we boosted it up. I could take my trade off the table right now and call it good if I wanted to, because that's $300. That's 3 times my risk reward normally, 4 times now. So I could easily take this trade off and call it good. But we'll let it go a little bit. What we will do is we'll move this up to the bottom of this candle. We'll start trailing this since we're close to the target. All right. Oh, I was going to just take the trade off, but we'll put it here. So the spread, 69. That's why we got a pretty big spread here. About 30 cents. Really close to the target. About 90% of the way here. All right, I'm just going to take this off. All right, so we really close to the target. I could let this thing ride, but again, we're doing risk reward of $100 right now. So 393 gives me almost, you know, four times what I'm expecting. So this basically would pay for the next 3 or 4 losers pretty easily. So that's how I work the super premium trades. Again, you know, I could be more patient and wait for that, but I didn't. So is what it is. And there we go. So that one's pretty sweet. We'll put that in the log, and then hopefully TWOU will continue to break down here. And because you know, it didn't have a winning hit on the target, this will still be a super premium trade, but we might be able to get away with no loss on it if the speed bump can continue. It's kind of hit the target for the speed bump right here, so we'll see if this is going to continue down, or we're just going to have to accept that we're taking a, you know, a less loss than what we would have taken. Okay, cool. So we're out. We're out with you know, $16 loss. All good. Like I said, we reduced the loss, which was the goal, to turn this to a nice green day. So let's go ahead and check out the log. All right. So before we look at the log, let's do a quick recap on the day. So we had TWOU. So right here we had our move to the upside. Then it pulled back, allowing the switch to happen and giving us permission on a super premium trade. So my markup's a little off, so we're a little bit bigger than what we should have been as far as target goes. But either way, so we went big on it because it was super premium, and we took a loss on it, which allowed us to speed bump it. And then speed bumping allowed us to recover that loss and finish down 1638. You know, I got out on this candle. Had I just jumped out, flattened my position, I could have been green on it, but I wanted to give it a chance to break down. But at the same time, I don't want to turn this, you know, loss reduction into a big, you know, a big red day. The goal of a speed bump is just to recover. So we did that, recovered, tiny loss compared to the 200 and change it would have been. So pretty awesome. We will, this will still remain in the super premium list, and we'll go big on it again on the next trade. All right. So next trade we took was APPS. So this is a bit of a super premium. It did have a winner yesterday. I think it was yesterday. They had a winner recently, but it was coming off of some losers. So, or a loser. So usually we get a couple wins in a row. So I traded it as a super premium, and it worked out really good. I did get out a little bit early because we were way above our $100 threshold. And right now, as long as I'm making what I'm going to, my risk reward, so that I have winners to pay for losers, we're good. So this one allowed me to pay for 3 to 4 losers now. So pretty sweet. So there we go. So that was APPS. Awesome trade. You just don't know what's going to happen. So I was happy to pop out. And UGT, no trade today. You know, we only trade this on the simple switch strategy, the regular strategy, and we got nothing that set up. So we're done with that one. CVS. So I did not take the trade on CVS. CVS, I traded 3 ways. I traded with an opening range setup, which you'll see those when they happen. They're not that often, but they do happen pretty good. Then I trade the regular simple switch to the short side only, which we didn't get permission at all today for that. And I traded switch back. So we had our switch and we switched back, but I did not enter it. As you can see over here, 0. Unfortunately, that would have been an awesome winner. And we could have a really nice day today. But I missed it. So that's what happens. And then QCOM, I did not trade. I'm not going to trade this for a little while. I should have traded it, but this is the conflicting question I always ask myself. So let me ask you guys what you think. So let me put this on the chart here real quick so you can see it. All right, so QCOM, I trade basically once it switches during the daytime. I don't worry about pre-market. Once it switches during the day, I trade it. I don't worry about permission, and then and then I'll speed bump it from there until it's green. So that's how I have pretty awesome days on QCOM. I can also have pretty big red days as well. So I just have to plan for that in the plan. But here's the question. So I had so many winning trades on this, and not necessarily me, but it, you know, because I didn't trade all of them, but I've been tracking all of them. It's had so many winning trades leading up to today that I feel like we're way overdue for a loser. Like we're beyond the normal pattern of QCOM. So do I sit on the sideline and wait for a loser and then jump in with like a super premium setup where I go big? Or do I just keep trading? You know, I know a loser's coming. Because right now, if this becomes a winner, then this winner could have paid for the loser, right? So I just gave up this winner. And if I have 2 or 3 winners, then really, if you look at it, I'm losing money in the end. So do I just trade till I have a loser, or do I say, you know what, we're past the threshold, we're going to wait for a loser and get back in? That's the question. So today I did not trade it, and I'm not planning on trading it until we have that loser. And then I'll jump back in and we'll talk about why when that happens. But for the meantime, I want to hear what your thoughts are. Okay, so here we are in the dashboard. So you can see January we were able to finish with $25 in profit. This one day really messed us up pretty good on that week. It's the only week that we traded in January on this for this log. So February we started off so far pretty good. We had a red day here because of the futures market. This was a really nice day, but we beat it up a little bit with the futures market. Day trading was awesome though. And then today we got a really nice day trading. So that's pretty sweet. And yeah, so now our account one, which is our swing accounts, nice and green so far this year. And then I'm not using this swing tab. I'm using this one down here, account one. And then our futures market, we're still red. We still got, we'll pull out of that hole, but we're still a little bit in the red. And then day trading is growing pretty nice, so we're doing pretty good here. And overall combined accounts is doing great. So if we come over to our scaling ladder, you can see for day trading, this is what we're looking at. So all these have automatically filled in green now, which were not green last week, but they're all green now. Just a couple days trading this week. So maybe tomorrow, if we're lucky, we have a great day. I think there's a super premium or two on the list. So we could potentially get this all filled in and next week scale up to 150. If not, I think by the end of next week we'll be scaled up to this. So, I scale up based on where this is, and then this will go up and down depending on what's happening with the account and my parameters I set. So for my scaling up plan. So once we get through 150, you'll notice that I have increased my risk to 500. If you haven't seen my building a trade plan video, I have it. It'll be linked at the end of this. In the end screen here, so definitely want to check it out. All right, so 500 will be what we're going to scale up to next. A huge jump, very aggressive, but with 3,000 in the account, scaling up to 500, I think we're pretty good with the amount of losses we'll potentially take. Still very risky. I mean, one bad day and I could erase all my gains. So QCOM, I will not be scaling up like this because I could take 4 trades with QCOM and go down 2 grand so in a day. So I don't want to do that. So QCOM, I'll stay the $150 to $200 range while we're here, and everything else I will scale up to the $500 hit. And then shortly after that, we'll go to 1,000 and so forth. And now these aren't a day; these are just by profit. So by trade, by single trade. So 500, I could do this and. I could have 4 trades in a day and hit this right here. I could have a couple super premiums and be right here all in a day. So anything could happen, get some 2 or 3 to 1s out of it. And, we can fill in a whole block in a day. So it'd be pretty good, especially once we get down here to the $4,000 or $5,000 range. Now we can be looking at $20,000 days pretty easily. So, this is not that far away. So hopefully we'll see this thing grow fast as long as I don't make too many mistakes along the way. All right, everybody. Have an awesome night. See you tomorrow.